You know, so far, one of my personal favorites for the NBA free agency in this offseason that we've been seeing with these moves. So far, my favorite move has been Trevor Ariza, 1 year, $15 million with the Phoenix Suns. Hey, by the way, what's up, guys? Chase Auber here, bringing you another NBA offseason video. Talking about Trevor Ariza this time. This is probably like one of those videos where you're like, okay, it's not Paul George, Chris Paul, or even DeAndre Jordan. Why are you talking about this? Look, I want to talk about a lot of things with the NBA offseason, so that's why I'm making this video. And I really do feel like Trevor Ariza is a very solid role player, and especially when you look at Trevor Ariza and what he could have been asking for. There's teams out there that had cap, like Indiana, Orlando, and just like a bunch of other teams that could have like overpaid for a guy like Trevor Ariza and been like, hey, you know what, hey, Trevor Ariza, take this money. We're going to just overpay you to be a 3-and-D guy. Maybe you can solve issues to our problems that we have. You know, that's what I really looked at when I looked at Trevor Ariza. I could have looked like out of Portland where they could have moved someone and then overpaid for a Trevor Ariza, thinking that, hey, Ariza's like a missing piece with Dame and CJ McCollum. You know, that's what you look at when you look at a Trevor Ariza. You know, Trevor Ariza seems like a guy that he could have been overpaid. Oh, the Knicks would have been like, oh, yeah, Trevor Ariza, here's your money, go. The Brooklyn Nets, oh, Trevor Ariza, take all this money, go. But instead, Trevor Ariza signed a 1 year, $15 million contract with the Suns. And Trevor Ariza wanted to get paid. I know Rockets fans are upset about this. They lost a key piece to the rotation. And I know some Rocket fans are like, yeah, screw him. He sucked in Game 7. And yes, Trevor Ariza did have a bad Game 7. We're not going to deny that. But you cannot deny that Trevor Ariza brings impact when he goes to a team. When Trevor Ariza goes to a team, yes, he's not the star player. Yes, he's not going to average 20 points and all these all-star type of level numbers. But for a role player, what he brings is impact. Any team he kind of goes on with Trevor Ariza, you notice that they get a little bit better on defense. You notice that teams have to pay attention to Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza guards the best players. Not to say Trevor Ariza is an all-world all defensive type of guy, but when it comes to guarding the perimeter players, guarding the best players on the team, he gets the job done, especially when it comes to crunch time. And when I look at this for the Phoenix Suns, I say to myself, you know, why would Trevor Ariza go there? Well, Phoenix is a nice state. You know, Arizona is a nice state, I should say. But when it comes down to it, maybe Trevor Ariza was just like, hey, I see there's something in Phoenix, and I feel like I can get something out of them. Maybe the front office sold him on the fact that we need someone like you. Because let's be real here, Trevor. We have TJ Warren. He's all D, but no 3. And we need a 3-and-D. And have you seen Devin Booker? Have you seen Joshua Jackson try to play defense? Now, Josh Jackson, yes, a much better defender than Devin Booker, but that's not saying much. They look at Trevor Ariza, and I look at the Suns, and when you look at that roster, minus Tyson Chandler, it's kind of like, where's the veteran leadership? Where's someone to help these Suns players out, especially on the perimeter side of things? Especially in the wing department where the Suns have most of their young stars. You know, DeAndre Ayton, yeah, he's going to have Tyson Chandler help him out. That's great for him. But who's going to help out Booker? Who's going to help out TJ Warren if they do keep him? Who's going to help out Josh Jackson? That's where Trevor Ariza comes in. And to me personally, you don't know with the Suns. I could easily come on here and be like, yeah, you know, the Suns are still going to suck, so I don't know why they did this. But when you look at the Suns, Devin Booker is one of those types of players that looks like he can just explode out of nowhere and just become, you know, an all-NBA type of guy. Josh Jackson, you know, hit or miss, we don't know. But hey, he has that potential as well. DeAndre Ayton, maybe he's the truth. Maybe he ends up having like an Embiid type rookie season or a Karl Anthony Towns type rookie season. You never know. So that's why, to me personally, when I look at this move right here and I see that they brought in a Trevor Ariza, I feel like as a player of Trevor Ariza, whether he starts or he comes off the bench, he's going to make an impact. Not just for the Suns on the floor, but also behind the scenes off the court, helping mentor Devin Booker, Joshua Jackson, guys like that. Because if Trevor Ariza can try to get Devin Booker to play some defense, that's a win-win. And ultimately, when you look at a Trevor Ariza and you look at the positive impact that he has brought onto a lot of the teams, when a lot of teams bring Trevor Ariza in, you notice that their wins start to go up a little bit more. Not to say that Trevor Ariza is like, oh, he changes people's mentality and he's just always winning championships. Because Trevor Ariza, I think the only championship he has is like the Lakers. I think that's the only title that Trevor Ariza has is like to the Lakers. But when it comes down to it, Trevor Ariza does change mindsets of teams, and especially for the Suns that are trying to change a mindset and try to make this organization go in a positive direction. This was a good positive move. Not only that, too, Trevor Ariza's only on a 1-year, $15 million contract. I mean, just saying, if it doesn't work out with him and maybe Trevor Ariza wasn't the positive attitude that you thought he was, he's very tradable. There's not going to be a lot of teams going to say no to a Trevor Ariza trade. And especially if the Suns can trade him and they could get more maybe younger picks or assets, or maybe there's another veteran player that's kind of Trevor Ariza-esque that they can get. Just saying, it doesn't hurt, especially from the trade value market. Overall, quite possibly. No, this is not my favorite. You all know what my favorite offseason acquisition is. Don't worry, that video is coming. Overall, though, wonderful move by the Phoenix Suns. But what do you guys think about Trevor Ariza signing with the Suns? Leave it in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys for the next NBA offseason video. Peace.